So it's only 11 degrees this morning. Down there is kind of a wet area where there's a lot of willows, the dark colored willows. The tips of their branches are kind of orange in the wintertime because the buds get to be orange. So a lot of you might know this, that aspen trees, they have a powder on them. See the powder? That keeps the tree from getting sunburned. And I've read that they can undergo photosynthesis, which means taking energy from the sun and growing when the temperature is just above 32 degrees, that their bark can undergo photosynthesis. There's some chlorophyll cells in their bark. So, and you can see the little eye where it self-pruned a branch off. Kind of cool. So anyway, it's about 7:30. The sun is just coming up to the east, and my dogs are excited. Except for Haley. Haley, what are you doing? Come here. Come on, Haley. Her paws got some ice between her toes. She's sniffing something there. What do you smell, Haley? Come on, little girl. Little sweet Haley with the blue eyes. Did you have your breakfast already today, Haley? You're a pretty girl. This looks like some deer tracks in the snow. You can see how when it took from one step to the next, it scraped its two hooves. It's hard to see the hooves. There you can kind of see one. The snow is really light. But we're going to see a lot of good tracks today because I'm taking the gravel road out from my cabin, and you can see nobody else has been up here. There's no other tracks in the road. So look at how beautiful it is this morning. That's the Sawatch Range over there, including Mount Princeton straight across with fresh snow. Really beautiful. Let me see if I can zoom in. Here we have some different kind of tracks. They look like canine based on the size of them. Probably a fox. You can see he was just walking along. Stride, just walking. Looks like he's going into those willows. Beautiful morning, so quiet out here. Probably going hunting. So we're on a north-facing hillside, and north-facing means it's protected from the winter sun, and it's more moist. You can see the snow hasn't even melted yet. So there's spruce that grow in here, spruce trees. Probably Engelmann spruce. You can see that there's a gall, which an insect modifies the branch to make its home, a spruce gall. There's aspen in here too. Aspen-like areas that are more moist. See that here the elk have chewed on the aspen in the wintertime. So on the other side, It's south facing, so it's drier. And there's pines over there. So also on this north facing slope, here's a Douglas fir. And look at this thing at the base of it, this big pile of branches. I gotta think that's a rat's nest, a wood rat's nest. That's pretty amazing. It's big. Molly's investigating it. And Bo. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, huh, Molly? So I came across some blue grama grass, which is one of my favorites. It has a curved seed on. Very graceful. Here, let me show you. Blue grama. Right there. What do you think, Haley? You like the blue grama? So we're gonna hike up to this little ridge there and go further on up and then angle over to those rock formations right there. See what we can find. There's some good deer tracks up by those rock formations. Check this one out. Nice one. See both those. Yeah, we made it up to the rock formations. Now we're going to explore over there. Here's some more rabbit tracks. And you can see here they spent a lot of time here. This one you can see the big back feet and the small front feet. That kind of looks like a snowshoe hare tracks. So we're up at the rock formations and you can see the lichens, the golden yellow lichens on that rock up there. And here, let me show you close. Lichens there. And there's a flat area over there that I'm going to go check out. Right at the base of the rock. There's a big Douglas fir there. Kind of a decent spot. Really hidden up here. Like a nice spot for a springtime backpack trip. Not too long of a hike. And yet you'd have a lot of solitude up here. Molly, come back. Molly. Molly. Molly went up that way. And she disappeared. She does that a lot. She's got the most wild spirit of my 3 border collies. She's always off doing her own thing. But she always knows where I am. So I don't worry about her too much. There she is. Molly. Molly, come here. Up, Molly, up. Molly, up. Here. Up, up. Good job. Okay, Bob, be nice. They know what up means and down means. They know coyote and rabbit and elk and buffalo and bear and fox and deer and elk. I said elk. Molly, where's the deer? Where's the deer? She's looking. We saw a lot of deer tracks on the way up here. Haley with the blue eyes. Little Haley girl. You having fun, little Haley? You having fun, Mr. Big Boy? You like it up here, buddy? Yes? You wish you could talk to Daddy? Oh, look what the dogs found. And Haley found a bone. What you got, Haley? Makes me wonder if this would be where a mountain lion would hang out. Look at this cave under here. Wow. They would be protected from the weather. They're in high ground. I can see any deer from down below. I haven't seen any tracks in the snow, but of mountain lions. I've seen plenty of deer tracks, but this looks like it could be a spot for them to weather out some bad weather. And in this cave, I found several pieces of scat. Looks like it's got hair in it. Scattered all around. Like, I wonder if that could be mountain lion scat. Haley's chewing on the bone she found. You know, a way I could find that out for sure is to do a DNA test. Look, there's some more back here. That's just a stick. But this is quite a cave in here. So here's what this cave looks like from down below. A big ponderosa pine in front of it. See, we circled around to the east side of the Big Rock Formation, and there's a lot of places. There's a lot of cover up there for a mountain lion. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be one up there watching us. That's what they do. They watch us, and they blend right in. The tan color, they would blend right in. We wouldn't see them. They'd just be sitting up there in the sun watching us. Anyway, that's what I like to think, and it's probably true a lot of times. They know how to stay invisible. They know how to stay hidden. It's a good day. One time in Yellowstone, somebody saw a mountain lion at one of the turnoffs, just sitting on the rock on a cliff, just sitting there. And when animals want to stay hidden, they often are comfortable with high ground. I know my dogs, they don't like to stay hidden, but they love it when we camp up on a cliff edge where they can go out and look down below. And Enos Mills wrote a book about the grizzly. It's called The Grizzly. Enos Mills, E-N-O-S-M-I-L-S. He was a naturalist in Colorado about 120 years ago, and he studied the grizzly bears that still lived on Long's Peak. And he would like to follow their tracks late in the season or early in the season when there was snow cover, but the grizzly bears had not hibernated yet. So he would follow their tracks, and he found that he had to be careful their tracks went next to a big rock or a big log, because the grizzly bears did not like being followed, and they would often wait behind something to see who was following them or to ambush them. He learned to go way around any obstruction like that. One time he was following a grizzly, and he describes this in his book, The Grizzly, that he lost the track. He couldn't find it anymore. And eventually he figured out, the grizzly bear figured out he was being followed in the snow, and he jumped into some willow bushes where he wouldn't leave tracks and got through the willows. Then he climbed up on some high ground and watched Enos Mills pass. The grizzly bear came down and went back the other way. Anyway, that book, if you Google it online, The Grizzly by Enos Mills, the copyright has expired, so you can just get it free and read it. It's really a cool book, and it's about our Colorado grizzlies when they still lived here. There might be some down in the Wenatchee Wilderness in southern Colorado. Some people say they've seen them, and that's where the last one was killed. But yeah, some people say they eventually will migrate down from Wyoming. I mean, there used to not be many grizzlies in the Wind River Mountains, but they moved down from north to south, and now there are a lot of grizzlies in the Wind Rivers.